Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are joining me for the first time, my name is Melissa Reed and I am a mixed media artist from southwestern Pennsylvania. So you see here that I have half of a drawing in my hand. This is something that I found when I was going through my studio the other day, and I never finished it, and I thought this might be fun to do some mixed media on top of, just to see what I can come up with. I have no idea what it's going to look like. All I know is I'm going to use the Gelli plate for this, and I have my 8x10 out there, and I'm getting a variety of paints out, including some Liquitex tube paints and some golden fluid acrylics and high flow acrylics, and we're just gonna start and see what happens. So I'm going in with mostly neutral colors. There are some burnt siennas, raw siennas. I have Titan buff there. I have Mars black, titanium white. I think I had some Payne's gray over there, and I do end up using a little bit of pale pink. And all I'm doing is going on my plate and laying down these colors. I'm using my brayer to spread them out a little bit, and I'm purposely not smoothing the entire area over. I want to create lots of different textures, and I want to get some more rectangular kind of areas like I'm doing there with that Payne's gray, and I'm just creating lots and lots of layers until I see something in it that I can start to work with. Again, I have absolutely no idea what I want to do with this yet, just kind of going with the flow to see what happens. Now this is some watercolor paper, as I mentioned that is on, and I drew on that with a Micron pen, in case anyone was wondering there. And that's just something that I used to do. It's one of the styles that I work in occasionally, and I haven't for a while. And I thought it would be interesting to finish this and just see what we could come up with. There's some of that pale pink that I absolutely love. And I'm putting that around some different areas just to fill up that page a little bit more. And you'll see here in a moment. That's what we've got so far. And it's starting to look a little bit like a landscape to me now. So that's kind of rolling around in the back of my head at this point. Obviously an abstract landscape, as I am mostly working in abstracts these days. I do a little bit of realistic drawing, and we'll get into that someday too. But for now, we're sticking with the abstract, and I'm going to just push the idea of landscape a little bit. But I still do want to keep it largely abstracted. So what I'm doing here is putting some Mars black on my plate, and I'm pulling out the flowers because of course I couldn't get through a video without using my artificial flowers. I'm going to be taking a print of those. I'm using that pickup sheet just to pull up that acrylic paint that is around the edges of those so that I can get a more clean floral print. Now, I'm not going for exact here, but I don't want large blobs of black because then the detail of the flowers are going to get lost there. But you can see when I pick those up, they make such a nice print there. I didn't love the flower that's right there in the center, so I'm going to fix that up. I did wet a cloth there to pull up some of the extra paint that I didn't want. And I'm using just a sheet of pickup paper to blot those a little bit. I'm not so concerned with the fact that you can tell that they are flowers necessarily, although the idea of them is going to be there. Again, we're working with an abstract landscape here, so I'm mostly just going for textures and color blocks, but I did still maintain some of the integrity of the shape of the flowers there, and you'll see what I'm going to do with those in just a second. One thing I love about the gel plate is once you've got the paint down, if you have a mistake or something you don't like, just wet some paper towel and go in and clean it right up. So what I just put down on the plate there now is a little bit of matte gel medium. I use this all the time, and one of these days I'm going to make a video on all of the different ways that you can use this wonderful stuff. I spread that on with my brayer, and I'm laying my sheet down on top of it to pick up that print on top of what I already had down there. So then I decided to go in, this is after I let the paint dry, of course. I decided to go in with the Micron pen and do a little more of that detailed line drawing. So some of the paint has covered up the drawing part that was already down on the page there, and that's perfect because when you mute a color on a two-dimensional surface, it recedes it to the background, and that's kind of what I wanted. And because that happened, I'm now going in with the Micron pens again, and this is going to be a much more solid black color. You're going to be able to see it a little bit better, and so it's going to come to the foreground. So that's a little art tip there for you. If you want something to recede into the background, muted and also cool colors that will recede into the background as well. We'll talk about the principles of art and the fundamentals of art in another video I have coming up here sometime later this year. But for now, I'm just going in and creating some more lines. I did a shape similar to that one on the right-hand side. It is not a leaf, it is not a feather, it is just fill-in-the-blank organic shape, and this is something that I work with a lot. It's one of my signature objects, I guess you could say, that I use in a lot of my work. I love fine line work, and I'm just going in and adding some more. I wanted some vertical lines because I have a lot of horizontals in there with the gel print areas from the background. So I wanted something coming up off of those to enhance the verticality of the botanical, we'll call them, shapes that I had there. As I'm looking at it, I am definitely seeing a landscape, and I'm starting to see a sun or type thing in the sky there, which is what I'm putting in now. And I have this idea for this perfect orange color that I ended up mixing a little bit of fluorescent orange with some of that pale pink, and it gave me the exact color that I wanted. And because I want a perfect circle here, I've got this little stencil that has a bunch of circles in it, and I'm just taping off with some painter's tape to get around the one that I wanted. I did a couple of tests with this on some paper off camera, which is why you can see that it has paint on it here when I brought it back in. And I'm just going in with my color shaper here and adding that on there so that there is a little bit of an orange sun. So this is now, to me, got the feel of like a post-apocalyptic scene. And a lot of you ask me how I name my pieces, and they just come to me sometimes, and I think some of you will probably think the name is silly for this one, but I ultimately end up naming it End of the World, I'll Have the Pancakes, because it had this definite doomsday kind of feel, especially once I added that orange sun in there. I'm going in with just a regular pencil and adding a little bit of shading to that. I have an orange pastel there that I am using around the circle to kind of get the emanation out around it. Just going in and adding a little bit of that orange onto some of what are presumably different levels there in there, as if it's touching off of the top of them. Now, I could have gone on with this much further than I did, but I wanted to keep it fairly simple. So once I'm done here with the work that I'm doing with the pastels, I decide that it needs another piece there right in the front. There's just well, I should say the area between where the florals are kind of created a natural pathway, but it's a little bit blank for me. So I decided to pull it together by drawing in another one of those botanical organic plant feather figures. Call them whatever you will. But that's ultimately what I ended up doing here, and I just put that up on a little bit of a box and zoomed in so that you can watch me actually draw these lines. I do skip over some of the drawing and speed it up for you because it will get monotonous otherwise, but I'm just going in and adding much more detail work to this, just trying to pull it all together here. And this is just going to be a kind of fantastical landscape. It's one of those pieces that I am creating just for the sheer joy of putting the pen down to the page and seeing what I come up with. I think it's a lot of fun. This is the type of thing that I will do just to give myself a day of art therapy and really just lose myself and lose my thoughts in what I'm doing. And I'm typically very satisfied with the outcome of these. There is just something about the quality of line work, and I know some of you have mentioned that you really like line work as well in the comments of some of my other videos. I don't know what it is, but speaking of my other videos, don't forget to give me a subscribe here if you are enjoying this, and give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here. Also, click the bell notification. That way you'll be notified when I put out a new video. I do put a full-length one out every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, but I put out shorts sporadically here and there too, and I don't want you to miss anything if you are interested in seeing them. This was a really quick one. I think maybe my total time working on this was it was definitely under an hour. So it's kind of proof that you don't need to have a lot of time to create art. I'm actually going to do a series coming up here on real-time 15-minute collages which I will do sometimes just as warm-up exercises and just to kind of jumpstart my creativity and my brain. And again, if you don't have a lot of time, which I'm sure most of you don't, I mean, who really does just have as much time as you want to sit around and create? I know I don't, but this is a great way to just get a little bit of something made. And even if it's not a finished piece that you want to display or try to sell, you can often get ideas from it for pieces that you do want to pursue in the future when you have more time. And maybe you won't then have to spend some of that time thinking about, well, what do I want to do? Because you can go back through your catalog of previous work and your ideas are already there. You can jot some notes down and just kind of give yourself an idea. They're like little quick collage sketches, mixed media sketches, although I didn't use any collage work in this one, but you know what I mean here. So this piece is largely done. I'm going to go ahead and sign my name on it. I have a frame that I put it into display, and here is the final piece. I am really pleased with the way this turned out. It's just fun. It was a lot of fun to make. It's fun to look at. It's visually interesting with all of the different textures and layers and colors, and I hope you find as much joy in it as I do. Thank you all again for stopping by this week, and I will look forward to talking with you again soon. Have a great day.